Welcome to everyone. We start with presentation. I'm Lara Bartaluzzi, and I'm working with the Design Institute of Spain in marketing and communication. The Design Institute of Spain is a no-profit organization that promotes, in cooperation with other vertical associations and public institutions, the strength and the value of a Spanish company and designer. Our mission is to promote the design, to increase the business competition and the country image. And then it's an honor and a great pleasure to interview Xavier Moron and Juan Humbert.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
My opinion, two of the biggest food and event artists in our country. Well, I would love to define both of us as artists because I think you are, just like we can see your artworks. So, Xavier, I know your knowledge is various. You have studied a lot of different things. Please, can you talk about your life path or?
Well, I started music. I started to study music with my 14 years old, cello and French horn, and then at 21 I switched to culinary arts. Then I was working in a lot of Michelin-starred restaurants, caterings, five-star hotels, as a private chef also. Then I start to work also at the same time with photographers, doing food styling, with cinema, doing art direction, everything involved with food. So I have a little bit like a global vision to create like an artistic or special event that different skills and thematic that interested me for my whole life helps me a lot to develop or create singular experiences.
Well, that's great.
Thank you very much.
Maybe that's why you're able to do that kind of event.
Well, depends of the customer, depends of the inspiration. It's a work that in what I try to do is like a whole experience that everything involves with the food. The food is like the main theme, and from the food, with the food, we were able to explain history, science, tell a love story of in the dining wedding, things like that.
Good, good. Juan, you are a co-founder of Make It, right? I know you have a long experience in gastronomy and also in hotel management.
Correct.
Can you explain how do you work with Xavier?
First of all, we love working with Xavier. And then the way we work with him is like we used to work with all different kinds of chefs. We are the innovative studio or the design studio for the gastronomy. This is how we call us ourselves. Like we are a design studio that applies new technology, like 3D printing, laser cut, different kind of technologies as thermoforming machines as well. So we can produce personalized and different kind of tools that the chefs can explain their creativity, that they can show different kind of ranges of products or which we can personalize a real experience. So imagine that you want to do something in your wedding that is really personalized, that you want to explain your history to your friends. So we would go there, we would make some questions, we would analyze a little bit and then generate a lot of products that tells this kind of story. So we are the creative part of the chef. Xavi at this time creates the whole experience with the gastronomy, and we are the guys doing the tools so he can manage to do it.
Which material are you using most?
So as we are a research center, we are analyzing different kind of materials, but the one that is most used is silicon, for example, because of the range of temperature that it can resist, Or for example, if you want to do chocolate personalized, this is the best material. So is a thermoforming PET jet is a material that brings shape and light to the chocolate, for example.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, I think everything is like a continuous research, right?
Hmm.
For the best material or for the.
We use the empirical method. It's like we fail, we learn, and then we know what's not able to use, and then which are.
Uh-huh. Okay. How do you both link your food design with bridal?
Well, in the weddings, in the wedding shows, in the wedding events, there is a there is a lot of love, of course, but there's a lot of personal histories behind all the details of the event. Maybe it's from the just from the personal likes of the couple, or maybe it's because all the whole show, no? But they are more focused on the show, the decoration, the music. So what we try to do is that the food has the same importance as the rest of the artistic uh, disciplines they are doing during the show, and also to use the food as another way to tell a story into that special event. That is a maybe there is a flamenco show, no, in the wedding, and they are eating like a French foie gras with cassoulet. It's a gap, no? Maybe we make like a Spanish version of that foie gras inspired by the Andalusian cuisine, things like that. Like everything is really come together.
Uh-huh. Can you talk about one particular experience?
Particular
had?
experience. Well, we had a petition. It was a Swedish couple. They know each other in a very special flamenco show that I was bringing in my home studio, like an open event. They meet in that event. They went to live to Sweden, and 1 year after, 2 years after, they were planning their wedding. They wanted to have the wedding in Barcelona, and they wanted to make all their friends and family to experience the same show that they were meeting for the first day. So they rent a very beautiful Art Nouveau Masia at the outsides of Barcelona in the countryside.
Wow.
And they wanted to make something flamenco, but also link it with the Art Nouveau style of the house. So the first gathering and the cocktail party at the beginning of the wedding was all based in Catalan cuisine from the Belle Epoque, ends of the 19th century, beginnings of the 20th. And then during the wedding was like a fine dining menu, 8 different dishes. Each one represented a different region of Andalusia, with a singer and a dancer and a guitarist, and they were singing different kinds of flamenco. So with each region we represent a different style of flamenco and a different recipe from Andalusia, but revisited. It was like a very special event because it was like for 70 people, but also my fathers, they were helping me with the catering. It was like very familiar way. So in the point that the couple they try to steal my fathers from me. They take it to Sweden for 2 months. It was like no, no way. That was a very sentimental, a very special wedding.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now maybe we can imagine I'm a future bride. What do you propose to me?
Oh, first of all, we will have a little brief, no, and we will try to explain you that for us gastronomy is an experience. It's something that, as Xavi said, is something that must go during the ceremony, going with the hand, with all the users that are there. So first of all, we will try to understand which is the things that you want to explain, or which are the stories that you want to tell, or if there are specific things that you want to bring to the table. Then we have many kind of different disciplines now, like the 3D wedding cake guys, or we have a lot of toys to implement in the experience of gastronomy. And then we will try to explain you why it's important for us, because the people that is going to the wedding is going to remember the wedding, not just because of the bride is really beautiful, because of the moment, but as well they can interact with the food, they can interact with the experience through the food because they are connected. And then we will try, or we will do the most tailor-made event as we can. So with this is like we will do a brief, then we will explain a little bit our capabilities, different kind of capabilities, not connected with the food, connected with the experience and with the tools, and then we will design something really, really special. This is our part.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm quite eccentric, no? And I would like a really a complex project.
Okay.
No? Which artisans or artists or company will you contract for it?
Well, depends if we work with different renting supplies and the tableware, decoration, things like it's very normal. You have the budget to rent
I
it.
have.
Everything is possible.
Imagine.
But also, it's very interesting to use or to do something unique only for your wedding. Imagine that everything all the dishes and everything that you're gonna use for the decorations is only made for you, and it's maybe made out of
Waste.
of scratch,
Imagine,
of
yeah,
waste.
or something.
It's like a zero waste wedding. Imagine with the scratches and the peels of the vegetables that we're gonna use to cook the food. With that peels and different kind of natural materials, we can create the plates, the dishes, the decoration. So
Talk about
they are-
zero waste.
zero waste is like
that's very
a
interesting.
is like a very big trend today in luxury. Will be sustainable or will not be luxury for the
Yeah,
next
I'm
years
agreed.
for sure. So it's a new trend from the fabrics of the wedding dress, for example, till all the food that we're gonna use in the dining, like kilometer, like sustainable local products.
Consciousness
Some
products.
local products that are a little bit difficult to find, but mostly 80% of the products we use in the catering we like to do. We like to be like local and sustainable.
Uh-huh. Can you show something regarding the material that you can create?
For
with
example,
zero waste?
imagine that you're very eccentric and you have a very beautiful dress made of white Swarovski leaves and flowers and things like that. So one of the inspirations can be like your dress for the wedding. So make it. They're able to make these silicone molds that you can find in the market. You say like you send it the design, or they design especially for you, and they create this mold. And with this mold, we make these crackers. Can be a cracker, can be a cookie. That's like edible part of your wedding dress. You can try it. It's make like a Parmigiano cookie.
Oh, that's Parmigiano.
So imagine like in the table you have decorations made of these forms or your dress, or the whole menu is created with artistic shapes of your dress.
Okay, can you explain and can you show us these artworks, please?
Of course. So here, for example, we have what's the most representative thing in a wedding? It's the heart. So we have a heart, and this heart with this is the positive
Correct.
figure to make this silicone mold. With silicone, you can cook you can cook cookies, anything that you need an oven, but also you can make chocolate. It's a very versatile material, or maybe ice cubes, for example. That imagine that this with this shape and a little bit of raspberry syrup, we make like ice cubes, like red hearts that I'm making in the cocktail, for example, or it's a bonbon. Chocolate bonbon for the petit fours at the end of the wedding, things like that.
Or imagine that you want to tell something really important for the customers are there, so we can create a personalized tool that you can write in chocolate, as he's saying, or in a cookie, and you can leave them like for the present. Imagine the wedding present, no? So we do this tool for the chefs. He will choose the best products in order that which are the couple looking for because the surprise is really important for us, and we will try to do something that you never saw before, and that once you will say it is like, wow, I can eat that, but I won't eat it because it's so beautiful, no? It's like this game of playing. Yeah.
Imagine that your invitation for the wedding, for the guest, is like an artistic piece of chocolate that you receive at home, and it's like you can keep it or you can eat it. It's like
Or, for example, with the waste, imagine the waste of the fruit, we can do some cards. Those
this is very
cards
beautiful.
are, you can plant it. So
this is a
which
card
better
with
way?
seeds,
Yeah.
so you can put it on water, and then you plant it on
And this is
a
the
pot,
way,
and you have
yeah.
a plant.
It's all about creativity and formats related with food that you can surprise and get a better experience for the people that is coming to your celebration.
And not also the aesthetic things of the event are important. More and more is important the interactuation between the guests and the people who is invited to that event, like a different way of. For example, I was dreaming always doing this is possible with small events, like a small wedding, like 30, 40, 50 people, like do like a whole ritual that you go in a very beautiful house in the countryside, and everybody harvests the fruits and the vegetables in the garden, and then we have a professional chef team that we are cooking with the barbecue. Everybody's like working in
Yeah, it's like a
community,
community.
getting together, the children, the grandparents, and everybody's taking a part of it. No, because when you involve your hands and your heart in that kind of process, absolutely the things and the food, they taste completely different.
Yeah.
Is another, mostly in that times that the society is more and more technologized and more cold, going back to the roots, going back to the hands, to the ground, to take the sun and touch everything you're gonna eat, that it's like natural, or the
Yes.
most natural that
Yes.
we can get.
I think this is the future because we have to go back.
Mhm.
Yeah, you need to engage more with the nature, for sure.
Yes, yes. Do you have you have both a motto? Do you live by
Motto of life.
a motto?
Motto. with my personal life or with my professional.
No, yeah, in general, in your life.
In general, it's like don't bother yourself, don't stress yourself. If something is bothering you and you have and there is a solution for that, don't stress yourself. And there is not a solution, also don't stress yourself. That's
Anyway, don't stress yourself.
the last times these coronavirus things they show us that we have to go a little bit down and
So well, thank you very much. It has been a great experience to speak with you both. I think and I hope people can learn and go through a way in this go through this way in the future. We start again with the cooperation. We work together to co-create.
the future is no more competition, it's
No.
collaboration.
Collaboration,
for sure.
co-creation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
again.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for having us
pleasure.
here. It's a pleasure.
Thanks to God.